for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks. From the shotgun, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Good. Makes the score Bills 7, Seahawks nothing. Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down, Seattle.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. That's out to the left and complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to hold it to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave me underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, walk 54, walk 54. Get in the right room.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark. Coming back now. Check.
And again, it's Bridgewater. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 43-yard line.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
Loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Seahawks first down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 31-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Oh, man, on his 5th franchise in 3 years, it's Carlos Hyde. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Seahawks 6.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continue to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
46-yard line. 2 yards.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
But remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the pass. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Move. Hey, we got 3 down. Mike 50, Mike 50. He don't know no better.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The Seahawks first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's out of bounds.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
First down, Seattle.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Freeman, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace and get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They go right back to Singletary. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On third down, Freeman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bills' 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. The ball on the 8, still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. On the move to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
4-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Bridgewater. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
36-yard line.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant. Back. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Pull up. Left.
Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They go play action now. Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. A.J. Epinesa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And John Brown's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got him. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down and 10 yards to go.
Bridgewater on 1st down. He's got Smith here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Check 3.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He can run. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need. And
oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he is in for the score. So how about this? A horrible mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and a two-point conversion will tie it. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Bills 20. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. We'll likely put an end to this thing. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brought down by Micah Hyde.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up. up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Intended for
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Caron said,